The streets of Port-au-Prince are quiet, but many fear the violence which has gripped the country for more than a week could begin again at any moment. The anger here stems from a government audit which discovered more than $2 billion in development funds are unaccounted for. The money in question was part of an oil assistance program called PetroCaribe.
The PetroCaribe Fund comes from an initiative from Venezuela's former president, Hugo Chavez. He wanted to have South-South cooperation with countries in Latin America, Haiti, Dominican Republic. But what happened is that they have been spending that money, and years later we realized that all those projects that they were supposed to realize, they didn't realize them.
Evidence of mismanaged funds can be seen across the country in unfinished infrastructure projects like this half-built overpass. Even renovation of the National Parliament building, a multi-million-dollar effort financed in part with PetroCaribe money, is still far from completed, more than 7 years since construction began. Making his first public appearance since the protests started on February 7th, President Jovenel Moïse condemned the violence on the streets, but didn't outline any steps toward finding a resolution. Guichard Doré, an aide to the Haitian president, says the flames of the discontent are being fanned by the president's political opponents.
Haitian politicians always want to get rid of the president after a year or two. That's why we have this chronic instability. The president wants and is open to have a frank dialogue.
While the latest protests in Haiti are linked to the PetroCaribe scandal, discontent with the government has been mounting since the aftermath of the 2010 earthquake, where more than 100,000 people were killed. With widespread poverty, a declining economy, and new evidence of systemic corruption, anger finally reached a boiling point on the streets of the Haitian capital. We're in downtown Port-au-Prince, where there's an uneasy calm as people pick up the pieces after more than a week of protests. There's still roadblocks set up that are preventing the free flow of traffic, and a tension that seems to suggest that the unrest may not be over just yet. Anti-government demonstrators have renewed calls for more protests, continuing to demand the resignation of the president, a condition that Moïse has made no indication of accepting. The more moderate figures of the opposition are calling for a national dialogue, one that includes voices from all sectors of Haitian society. However, it remains to be seen if both sides will be able to find a lasting resolution to the ongoing political crisis. Manuel Rapalo, Al Jazeera, Port-au-Prince.